We are live, everyone. Sorry for a little late start here today, but we are actually finally on here. Really excited to be doing this town hall, which could be the last town hall this season, right? Because tomorrow's the last game of the season, so it might be the last one until next year. So today, as we mentioned before, we're going to be talking about tomorrow's game against San Diego Loyal, and not just that, but I mean, we know that the game is going to be really special, right? It's a hashtag thank you Cam, Cameron Iwasa's last game ever, and it's going to be a sad one. It's going to be a lot of emotions, I know, on the pitch and off the pitch, and so we definitely want to talk about him and all the great things that he's done with the team over the last couple of years. So, but before we get to that, let's go ahead and introduce everyone that we have on here. First, let's go to our special guest tonight, Ray Bear, wearing those really awesome shades. Really cool, man. That's cool. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. Halloween is just in a few days from now, so nothing will be really special for me in 2 days.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. And next, let's go in screen order there with, oh, I'm pointing wrong direction there. Let's go with you, Jared. How's it going? Are you excited? It will be Sacramento in what, a couple hours, right?
Yeah, once again, I seriously doubt I'm going to get much sleep tonight, but I've already got the 15-pack of Kilt Lifter ready for the communal beer cooler tomorrow for the tailgate. So a little bit of Arizona coming to the homeland, and of course tomorrow's match. And what I really did not expect, Cam's final match, but you know what? Let's make it a good one. Let's make it one to remember.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if any of us expected that, right? I mean, I was thinking maybe he might switch clubs potentially, but retiring, wow, like it's a big decision, especially at his age too. But I'm sure he's got his reasons. Next, let's go to you, Sharon. How's it going?
It's going okay. I have my safety vest on because it goes with my trucker hat, just in case I have to stop and put on my chains on my truck tires as I'm going over the Sierra Nevada or any other mountain pass. Mother trucker here, right here, podcast mom and mother trucker.
Yeah, that's it goes very well with the trucker hat, and yeah, for all those of you who are wondering, this is the trucker hat we've been mentioning, right? We were going to be wearing now, and Jared's going to have his own. Ray Bear's going to have his own as well. And if you guys like it, we might do more orders. So just let us know. If we have a list of people who want one, then I got the place where I get them from for a really good price. So just let us know, and we'll make it happen.
Mine doesn't look as cool on me as yours does on you. Yours looks good. I just look like a dork in a hat, but I have the safety vest, so we can be safe here on the podcast tonight.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, safety first, right? We got to make sure that all is well, and I think we'll be good, right? The only thing we're missing is Ray Bear's Jello shots, right? Which I'm sure they'll make an appearance
Well,
tomorrow,
now
right?
you reminded me, I have to make them now. It is the last game of the year.
That, and also that's the one thing I have yet to partake in as well. So I keep hearing of the legend of the Rave Bear Jello shots.
Well, if it's I just really hope Cam has a few before he plays, because he doesn't really have to play for another contract team next year.
I don't know if you saw the Sac Republic social media, but they kind of got hammered today. And I don't think the players did, but everybody else kind of got hammered because it is the last match of the season. And it's kind of like one of those deals. I think they had a lot of party. But if you see this ticker on the bottom, Ray Bear, look at you're in now. You're in now. There's no getting away from it.
Hey, if it's on this podcast, it's official, so it's happening.
Oh, nice.
If it is written, it must be.
Okay, cool. Well, as I always like to tell everyone, if you want to leave any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below wherever you're watching us at, and let us know your favorite memory with Cameron. Right? I know the team was doing that, but let's keep sharing those memories. Share them tomorrow as well. You could tag us, and we'll retweet it, and let's just talk about all that he has to share with us. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and talk about the game that we're going to be having tomorrow. against San Diego. We know that, unfortunately, it's one of those games that doesn't count really towards much, right? I mean, yeah, there's points there, but for our luck, we can't gain so much out of it. Even though LA Galaxy is still at 39 points, right? And had we actually managed to get the win, we would have been here doing the math, right? Like, what do we need and combinations and whatnot. But fortunately, that's not the case for us. But we do want to close the season out with a good win, and what better than do it against the Loyal, and not just that, but also spoil maybe their chances at staying in second place, right? I mean, that'd be a nice little bonus, right? So what do you guys think about the game?
I think at the end of the season, you got to look at like what was your experience, what your takeaway was. And one thing I've really noticed is there has not been a high scoring game for Sac Republic all year. Mm-hmm. And, if you ever want to have a pleasant taste to go away, a high scoring game would be great for once. But, I know how things go. So, even 2 goals feels high scoring this season.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, we've seen where, what was it? LA had beaten someone 5-0. I mean, I missed those 4-goal, 5-goal, 6-goal matches. I mean, this season, we've basically dropped a deuce by scoring 2 goals in one game. I mean, that's really not how you want the season to go, especially with all the ties that we had. I mean, I know I'm probably a day one or so, and it shows, but I miss the days when we could score at will. I mean, 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, just anything and everything. But now, holy crap, we scored! Yay!
Was the highest scoring game the 3-3 against Oakland?
Might be.
Yeah, I think it was. I have a feeling that I don't think yeah. Well, you know what? I'm gonna actually pull up the games right now.
There you go. Pull them up. Pull them up. Share your screen, bud. This is the fun. This is always the fun part of the podcast which I can't do. Obviously, there was a podcast I was supposed to be in charge of, and I couldn't do any of this.
Hey,
I did.
You did what you could.
Looks like we have someone else join us.
Tina!
You can add her if you can add her, and I'll share my screen while you do that.
Okay.
Hey, Tina, welcome.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Tina.
Oh, Tina's in the land of the dark. I think that's Halloween-y going on right now. I see an orange. Yeah, it's like Tina.
It's actually red, but it looks very orange.
Tina, turn your lights on. It's okay.
The lights are on. I'm underneath the light, actually.
Okay, so we're looking at scores right now because we're trying to figure out what was the highest scoring. What was the highest scoring? And I said it was the 3-3 against Oakland. That was our highest scoring match, but
the most goals in one match.
Most goals was against Vegas, or not most goals, but the highest scoring win. Vegas, and then there was New York Red Bulls. There's that.
Oh, there we go. 3-3 against Los Dos.
So can we should we put something in here about, can we please score more than 2 goals? Can't we? I mean, I remember when there would be 5 goals against a team and we were like, yeah, that's just how we roll. Oh, man, I wish it sure would be nice.
Yeah, especially like that final game against Portland last year, where we got 2-3 goals in the first 10 minutes or something like that.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we miss Portland so much. Come back, Portland. that was one team that should have stayed.
I mean, that was one of those problems. This league is getting better every year. Phoenix consistently invests. There's a lot of those T2 teams that are just fading away. And, look, Sacramento just really hasn't caught up to the competition catching up.
Unfortunately, that is true. I mean, hopefully if these two teams do make their way out of the league, that'll make more room, and it'll probably just make a stronger competition, maybe something going our way. Of course, we also have the expansion team, but then again, as we've seen with Oakland, being an expansion team or a new team to the league doesn't necessarily mean constant losses.
I mean, look at us our first year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm still rooting for Oakland. I don't know. Are they out? Can we pull up the standings and see where Oakland lies?
So here are the
Let's
standings.
see.
This
Ooh,
is
they're
what-
1 point behind, and so is Tacoma.
Yeah. So it's it's anyone's game there, right? Except us, unfortunately. But
Do we have the E? Is the E by our name already? That sad little E.
Fortunately, Google
Yeah.
doesn't put that, so we're good.
It's right there. I don't think is the E for excellent.
Excellent departure. We did a really good dismount.
Yeah, either that or maybe we're now sponsored by MeTV. You know, maybe we're showing Happy Days at the end. E for A.
Stop. Right? Why? I was just getting ready to have a sip, and thank God it didn't happen, because that coming out my nose, Jared, is going to burn.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna. I was when I saw you drinking, I was like, oh no. Rule number 1, right? Never drink when Jared talks, right?
That is a rule.
Yeah.
That is a rule. Tina, do you have your beverage?
It's not alcoholic, but I do have some. Yeah, I do have some tea.
Yeah.
Hey, that works.
We don't want that to burn coming out your nose, so be careful
Right.
of Jared. So just FYI, the trucker hat and the safety vest, I don't know if you heard, but they do go together.
Oh, absolutely. You're rocking the look right now.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier, right? San Diego Loyals in 3rd place right now, 47 points. They have a shot at going at 2nd place, but we beat them, or heck, we get another tie, and we make sure they don't get 2nd place, right? So we get that satisfaction.
Yep.
So yeah, there's that, right? At least we can actually, maybe mess things around a little bit.
Just a little bit. We did mess. Did we mess Phoenix thoroughly, Jared? Did we thoroughly screw them up with respect to Tampa Bay Rowdies and standings?
I haven't checked lately, but let's see. They've got 68 points.
68 points, and then Phoenix has 66 points. So, and guess who Tampa Bay plays at the end? Everyone's favorite team to play against, and probably the whole league.
Las Vegas?
Yeah. So I mean, that's
you
why
serious?
Phoenix were so mad, because they were like, "Oh yeah, Tampa Bay, they're gonna have fun in Las Vegas."
And then Phoenix plays Tacoma. So obviously, if Tacoma wins, that puts even further kibosh on Phoenix.
Well,
There you go. But we kind of want Oakland. We don't really do. Wait, no. So yeah, that's going to be weird. Okay, we just simply want Los Angeles to lose, and then let Oakland and Tacoma figure out if they're going to win and who's got the better head-to-head.
Yeah.
We're talking about all these other teams, but honestly, I'm super interested in a little bit of what we're going to see tomorrow on our field. Like, who do we think is the starting 11? Are they going to start this? I didn't start to say that word. Are we starting our starters? Are we going to start the bench? Who do you think is in the 18 and the 11? But anyhow, I don't want to take away from the conversation about the what ifs for the other teams.
well, yeah. Let's actually take a look at that, right? And let's look at like our last lineup that we had at Phoenix. I think one person that I hope we really better see in the starting lineup is Cameron.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, that's hands
it's-
down.
It's a
Yeah.
no-brainer, right? But hopefully, right? I mean, we're hoping, because and then not just that, right? But we want to see him subbed out so we can give him the biggest goodbye that we've ever given at the stadium.
It's going to be
right?
a standing ovation. We may get a yellow card as the fans for delay of game, but who cares?
Oh yeah, give us a red card, whatever. Like, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, just like earlier this season. Give anyone wearing Sacramento Republic FC logo a red card.
Should I wear my safety vest tomorrow so that I can? It's like, no.
I mean, I think they still want to make sure that they give us a good game for our last game. So I still think they need to be starting, some of the veterans and some of the ones that have proven themselves all year. So plus we don't know who's going to be on the team next year. So
Well, if they take our, go ahead.
Well, knowing this team, if 50% return, that's a lot for a year.
right.
Yeah, especially the way things have been, right? It's like we'll be lucky if 50% return.
Hey, we played GM the other day and we had a whole list of who we would keep because we would like to have more than 50% return, and just cross my fingers that coach and assistant coach and Todd Donovan somehow got word of who our list what that looked like, because we think we fairly represent the views of some of the other, fans out there. So we'll see what happens. Always exciting in the off season. It's a little bit of a hand wringer.
And I think we're all in unison when it comes to one particular player that needs to, as I said so succinctly with the 4 letters, GTFO, and that's Mitch Tainter. So we need to get him officially off the roster.
I mean, can we just keep Coelho? They can keep him.
Yes.
We're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
We're so
Just make
high.
it a
We talk.
permanent trade.
Oh, make it permanent. It's
Forever.
like,
Never come
Yeah.
back. There's a clause.
Dude. He even touched the crest when we touched the crest. He touched the crest when we talked to him that one time on whatever it was.
Meet the
Later.
team. Yeah.
Meet-
The send-off.
Yeah. He did. Yeah. And he was really happy when we talked to him about that. And yeah, I mean, he hasn't been with us too long, right? But it seems like he's been with us long, right? At the same time, because he really plays for the crest. And yeah, hopefully. But like I've said it before, I think that realistically, I don't see San Antonio like just being like, yeah, we'll trade, right? I think they'll be like, nope, we're bringing him back, right? He's coming back to us because he's been good with you guys, and if we could just tell him like, here's Mitch for free. I don't pay. You don't even have to pay us anything, right? Like, here you go, just take him. There you go. We'll more than welcome, right? Or we'll still keep paying him, but just keep him over there.
That or Mitch ends up reading his plane ticket. Okay, so this has to be connecting through Tucson. Where's the other leg? No, that's it. You're playing You're playing with FC Tucson.
There you go.
That would be good, right? Go send him to the next. Isn't that? Aren't they in League One? Or
Yeah,
they are, right? Yeah.
yeah. They're owned by Phoenix Rising FC, so so they're kind of like the sister club, more or less.
Oh yeah. Oh, imagine Mitch and Phoenix Rising, right? Just to make things hotter, right? Like just make the rivalry that much more.
Are you trying to turn me into a one person beer bottle brigade with that thought?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it seems like they go well together, right? Like, it's one of those things that wouldn't surprise me if he gets that chance, right? He'd be like, I'm going over there, right?
If not with the beer bottle, then at least with the IKEA cheeseburgers.
If you missed the last podcast, you missed a very lengthy discussion about second to last podcast about cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear back from the team, by the way? Did they say anything or
No response yet. I wonder why.
They don't care about the fans? Or well, I mean, we already know that, right, from the get-go. I'm surprised they even do a survey.
Seriously.
Yeah. Although someone, I'm sorry, I forget the name of the person who actually left a comment there. I think you saw it, Sharon, as well. I think you reacted to it. They clarified that I think it was some sort of like fundraiser that was going on. Like I think that
That's
one
right.
from the team, right, actually did that, and so they were kind of thinking that it may have been because of COVID, right? That they couldn't prepare things there on the spot, so they just brought everything already prepackaged. But
Still,
We did not get a word of that because right now your audio is sounding like the old George Lucas movie THX 1138.
oh no, I even turned off my Wi-Fi.
Might want to unplug and replug the mic.
Yeah.
I can hear him okay. What happened?
Give me 1 second. I think how I been? No, I think I have. Yeah, it's coming out of this mic. I think yeah.
Okay. Okay, there we go. That sounds better than earlier.
Okay, I don't know whether this thing may have switched it, but yeah. I think someone mentioned there in the comments that it was some sort of fundraiser, right? So that's why things are already prepackaged. But I'm surprised
Yeah.
there's a fundraiser there, right? I mean, it's the first time I hear of a stadium having like some sort of fundraiser, letting like an outside, just party actually come in and sell food.
Yeah, but there would still have to be food standards, I would think. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hockey pucks don't have to be warm to be edible. So, anyhow, getting back to San Diego, loyal Cam Iwasa, Saturday night. What is everybody expecting? What time are y'all going to get there to the tailgate? I'm going to make sure Jared's at the tailgate by 5:30, folks. So,
Yeah.
and I definitely
started early.
Well, a lot of people get there even before that. They get there at 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I was seeing it was like 4:30 from some of the things I was seeing.
Oh. Wow, 4:30 too. Wow. I mean, I think people should get there as early as they can, and they can.
Well, yeah. So it's the last one of the year.
Hey, it's the last time Jared will be up at the game all season, so you got to get there.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, if Jared from Arizona's there earlier, then everyone should be there earlier. He's coming from like real far.
And especially since I'm bringing the kilt lifter.
Oh, yeah. So there's some motivation there, right? So you want to make it there. What time are you gonna get to Sacramento again?
Just about 10 a.m. But I've got a couple errands to run, and one of which is I got to get my hair cut. And there's a place on J Street that I go to get it because I figure I need the hair and the beard trim. So gotta get it all done.
Oh, nice.
Dude's getting purdy.
Hey, just like in San Diego, it worked for San Diego. We at least left with the point.
This is San Diego also, but just not there.
Yeah, true.
So it's
leave with more than a point, though.
Oh, hopefully, yeah. And I hope we get a penalty kick and they let Cameron kick it. That might be our way to, being that we haven't scored that many goals this season, that might be our way to get Cameron to get a goal, right? Because, I mean, come on. I think the whole team has to play for Cameron. That's all I want them. If coach has to adjust the formation, readjust it, just change it around to a 4-5-1. But just let Cameron just be up front. Just feed him all the balls that you can, and let's hope that he gets a goal and whatnot. And San Diego, come on, just let him score a goal. If we lose, we lose. But just give the guy a goal, because I want to see him score a goal in his last game. Please.
He mentioned that in one of the interviews I listened to. I don't know if it might have been the one with it might have been Connor's podcast this week, but I've seen a couple different interviews of his. But he made a comment about that the ideal way to go out would be to go out with a goal. So he wants one too.
But of course, if he does repeat that hat trick, I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to be a little verklempt. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Even just thinking about it, Jared, you're starting to get verklempt.
I'll give you a topic. Goat salsa is neither a goat, it's neither a salsa, but it's still goat salsa. Discuss.
So is everybody familiar with why he calls them goat salsa? Everybody?
Now.
Well, let me tell you a little story. Well, how goat salsa came about was actually by way of Phoenix. Didier Drogba had just stepped onto the roster and later became partial owner of Phoenix Rising FC. They had VIP tables close to the boundaries at the time when they were playing in Scottsdale. He ended up walking up to one of the tables where a couple kids were sitting at, slugged a bit of the water there, and then immediately off of a set piece or a corner kick, I'm not sure which, managed to score. Yeah, it was corner kick. Managed to score. He ran back to the table and did an over-dramatic drinking, like more of the water. And so Drogba water was born. But then, I don't know if it was the same day or whichever week it was, Cameron Iwasa had scored, and I put a tweet that said, Iwasa salsa greater than Drogba water. And so since then, I have at the time I had used the hashtag Iwasa salsa, even to the point where I had used a animated GIF from the Clerks movie with the jar of salsa of someone moving around a tortilla chip in it, salsa shark. I just superimposed hashtag Iwasa on top of it. But it was once he broke the scoring title for the Sacramento Republic FC, that's when I rechristened it GOAT Salsa, as in greatest of all time. So ever since then, anytime Iwasa scores, I always got to throw in the GOAT Salsa, the hashtag. And thus, GOAT Salsa was born.
So we now know what food you're bringing. You're bringing goat cheese and salsa for the tailgate, right?
Well, there is a Walgreens, I think, or actually, wait.
I could
I
stop
would
at the
love
store.
goat cheese from Walgreens. That really sounds like the highest class for the special game.
Well, that's right. Oh, wait, there is a Cost Plus up around Arden, like around Alta Arden or something like that. I can always hit that up if need be.
And everybody always has chips, so you don't even have to worry about chips. Every table on the tailgate. Oh my goodness, that's the one thing that everybody has at the tailgate: chips.
Yeah. Oh, great. So it's going down then. We're actually getting goat cheese and salsa.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I'm staying down the road from there over on Hallmark Drive, so it's in the area.
So I have a question here for Sharon, since you're really familiar with game day activities, timing, and all that. What time do the players usually get there? Do they get there before 5, or what time does
They're
everyone
usually
start coming?
requested to be there 90 minutes before kickoff. So that gives
6.
them enough time. Right. They could end up having to be there by 5:30, especially for this one. This is special. But in the old days, it was 90 minutes before game time. And that gave them, a chance to get in there, get their hair done, get their jerseys on, get stuff figured out, chit chat with their guys, grab a bite, because there's always a lot of food in the locker room. But this one will probably be a 2-hour. They don't want them there too early because you don't want your horses to be dead by the time, the whistle, by the time they have to take the field, or by the time they have to start warm-ups, because they don't technically start warm-ups until 10 minutes till 7. So you don't want them just sitting around getting tired or antsy or whatever. If they have extra stuff like tape jobs, if they've got to get something worked out or worked on before the game, they get there a little bit earlier. Anybody who has an appointment with Katie or, with the trainer, they've got to come a little bit early. So that's kind of it.
Look, I mean, I relate to that as a fan. You start with your Coors Lights, then you have some nachos and a Jello shot, and then you don't do your tequila shots before you go in, because you really want to be at that peak party level.
You also got to have the Pedialyte mixers around halftime, so that way you can kind of take some of the pain away, but stay hydrated.
Look, you gotta hydrate as a fan in that stadium. We have no shade.
Right.
It is hot, and they don't bring you fresh water. So gotta work on that.
Yeah, the only shade around there is the kind that we throw.
Jessica Link, if you're listening, Jessica Link throws some of the best shade.
Oh yes, I can confirm all the way from here.
She's good. When she doesn't like another team, it's perfect.
Another one is Chrissy, right? Chrissy is.
Oh God, yes,
Chrissy's
yes.
good. Gotta love her. Gotta love her in person. All of the TBV fans, all of them. Everybody's really, really cool. They're classic in their own ways. We've all got our own personalities. It's pretty spectacular.
Definitely made the San Diego match a lot more fun.
Oh yeah. That's we're always going to be that way, right? We're always going to be rowdy out there. But well, when I asked that question, so I was going to say that I don't know if anyone has anything planned. Maybe right now we could plan it out here, right? But I feel like when Cameron comes in, there should be some drums, or there should be just some sort of just clapping or something, right? As he drives in. I mean, I don't know what car he drives, but if someone could get that figured out, I think that'd be kind of cool, right? It's just as he's coming in. Do
You guys, they drive in the back entrance. You'll never see them.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's another. Oh, yeah. That's
Yep. There, it's very secret. It's private. You've got to be on the list or you don't get in. So.
Well, people could be outside the locker room fence, right? Maybe right there chanting, and although we wouldn't know really, I guess when
you can kind of see through the kid zone, the fencing there at the kid zone, and you can kind of see the guys walking up. But that means everybody has to be inside because you really can't see much through the fence. Well, you can between near the tailgate. You can kind of see through that fence, but they've got it a little occluded. It's a little hard. It's a little hard. That'd be fun though. Otherwise, you'd have to be in the stadium way early, and it's just kind of almost impossible to do that. Maybe we could send a note to Cam or Todd, say, "Hey, run out real quick. Run out to the tailgate. come and get some salsa."
Oh yeah, some goat cheese and salsa.
It's the last game of the season. I get it. They're all playing for a lot of good reasons. But I was down in Oakland for the canceled match on the turf field.
Hey, I think we all were.
Yeah.
And the players come out. They hung out. They got to meet some of the supporters. I would definitely wish there was a match, but at least we had a moment. Got to hang out, meet each other, show them some love, like directly. Sharon, you should pull some strings. They should come out to the tailgate at the very least, say hi. I know they'll say no to the shots we'll give them because they got to score.
Oh my God, you never know. You just never freaking know. You never know. Sometimes they need extra carbs. We talked about extra carbs in another match. Yeah, about extra carbs. In the olden days, the guys at halftime would sit down in England, Graham said, and have a shot of brandy and smoke a cigarette and then go back out and play the rest of the game. Or a shot of whiskey. Maybe it's scotch. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Okay, so getting back to starting 11. How does this look for everybody? But probably instead of Hayden, it's probably going to be Dan if he's okay. I don't know how injured he is. How does this starting 11 look for everybody?
I don't know. I feel like they'll kick Shannon back out. They weren't starting Shannon. They kept Hayden and Dan together, and then they were having Gomez as a sub.
He started the last two games. Yeah,
I love Shannon.
We also have to remember Dan Casey also celebrated his birthday today, so we got to see if he's, still in playing shape tomorrow.
Woo! Or if they basically, there you go. They'll be fine. It doesn't matter what they do. They've got 24 hours to recover, or almost, not quite. They'll be fine. They're young.
So I think I'm good with
afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
they know how to administer IV hydration. They do that, so they'll be fine. Okay, based on what we think will happen as far as the starting lineup, we know Cam is going to be in it. But what team scores first? I think we are. I think we're going to set it up. I think we're going to play balls to the wall. I think we're scoring first, and it's either going to be Cam. It might be Luis. Come on. He's been trying to sneak a few in. It might be Emil. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Luis. I think we scored first. It's Luis, and I think Cameron gets whatever the last goal of the game is. I think he gets it. We're going to be struggling a bit to get that goal, but I think maybe last 15 minutes, right? He actually ends up getting it, and we're going to be like, "Oh, thank you, you actually got it." But I think we're going to be suffering a little bit just to see that goal, but eventually it's going to come by. We're just going to have to be patient and wait till almost the end.
Any other thoughts on scorers?
I just worry when we score early because, the last game was a perfect example. We score, we hold on to it for a while, and then at the end, the other team comes back and either scores once or twice. And so, I don't know. We seem to work better coming from behind this season for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's when we get our butts, we get a slap in the face and then the guys knuckle down, they get pissed, and they come back. So, question for you: who's going to come off the bench? Rave Bear, who do you think is going to come off the bench and make a big difference?
Oh, and make a big difference. I would love to see one of the kids to do it. Like Rafa. He looked really good just for the few moments he's been on for a lot of games. And I think this is the kind of thing where I really wonder what the direction for the team's going to be. Is it going to go all in on the academy, or is it going to go back to what the more traditional Republic team is, where you have all these people who are a little bit older? This might be the near end of the career position for them. So, I honestly would love to see if we were just a lot younger of a team, get someone like Mario back going. That's where I really think the team should be going.
Juju or somebody like that. Now, Pete's not that old. I would like to see. I like watching Pete. In one of the podcasts, we talked about how mobile he is, and he reminds us of Drew Skundrich because he's very mobile. He runs. Do you remember last season? Drew ran and ran and ran, and just covered a lot of ground and broke up a lot of things. Luis Felipe does the same thing. Those guys are runners. And so I'd like to see Pete come. If he's not in the starting 11, I'd like to see him come off the bench and make a difference. But Juju and Malik, I'd like to see them again. I love Malik. I love a runner, and Malik's a runner.
Well, the last home
I
game,
wish they had
Malik
brought
Foster
Malik off
looked
the bench
great.
a little earlier.
Okay, first Rave Bear, then team.
Oh, I just gotta say, the last home game, Malik was all over the field. He looked like the ball of energy the team needed.
And he's passionate. Tina, what do you think?
I was just gonna say, I wish they had brought him off the bench a little earlier in the last game. I think he could have. I think it was like the 80th minute. I would have loved to have seen him come out a little bit sooner. Because he's just like a little. The people who sit next to me, the family that sit next to me, we talk about it all the time. He's kind of like a little Tasmanian devil out there, like just doing his little like whirlwinds. And even if he ends up on the ground a lot, but he pops right back up. Like he doesn't.
Thank you for
stay there.
Thank you for saying that, because we all hate the lay on the ground and roll around a lot, guys. You've heard us say that. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Patrick Way.
But he gets right back up.
Yeah, Jerome Keysweater was the guy who he lays down a lot, and there's no whistle, and he's still down, and he hasn't recovered, and we're back on defense, and it's like, Jerome, hey, your team is 30 yards behind you. Get the heck up. There was no whistle. All right. So there's some of the things we have with respect to our subs. I would love to see Mario bulk up a little more in the upper body. He gets kind of bumped off the ball real easy, but his skills he's a wizard on the ball. He's super confident on the ball, but boy, he gets bumped off the ball so easy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, right? But he's done good. I think that he just needs to be getting more opportunities, and this is the game, right? To just give them more playing time and let them shine out there on the field. And not just that, right? But I think for next season, we do need to continue to put a focus on the academy and giving them more chances, because I mean, we're seeing it with other teams, right? Like Los Dos, like, other teams like that, right? Too. And Tacoma as well, right? Is another example. And
yeah, but they're going to be gone next season. You can't really use those guys as examples simply because they were part of the MLS deep bench kind of a thing.
Yeah, well, more so in the sense that, like, usually younger players, they have more to play for, right? Because they have more of that ambition of like, I want to make it to another, hopefully, right? You would assume, I think, as a young player, I mean, if you're not thinking, upwards to like, let me make it to MLS, even beyond, right? I mean, you're already a pro player. You're not too far from that. You're not playing
the
amateur.
USL's as far as I'm going to go. Thank you very much.
The trucker hat goes off. But yeah, I think that all players should have that mentality. I don't think anyone should just settle for where they're at because you made it to this USL team, and it's not an easy feat to make it there, right? And if you're still consistent, if you're still in the starting 11, then you should have that hope that I want to make it there, and I just want to like just keep progressing my career. I don't understand anyone who maybe doesn't, but I mean, I'm just career driven myself, but
not everybody is like you. And by the way, I think Luis Felipe gets the first card. I think we're going to get the first card because we're going to be playing whatever to the wall. You know, it's either going to be Dan Casey if he's starting, or it's going to be Luis.
One last yellow rose for number 96.
Yeah, well, he's already number 1 in yellow cards. No one's going to take that away from him. I don't care if the referee wants to give him a red card. That's not happening. It's
Don't
only
they
one
get
yellow
fined
card.
at 14 also? So he's probably already been fined at this point too.
We don't have a rule book, Tina. Do you? Because
I don't have it, but it was on I think it was on one of Connor's podcasts. He and somebody else, maybe I don't remember who it was, but they were talking about how like that's why he had to sit for those 2 games. And they mentioned that somewhere in there, and I thought he said somewhere around 14, they started getting fines tacked on top of it.
Oh, jeez.
That's
well, I
harsh.
sure hope the team
That's a
pays
blow.
the fine and not the
Right?
player. But no, it's 6 and 6. So you sit 1 game when you get your 6th yellow card, and then once you get 12, you have to sit 2 games.
I wonder what happens when you get to 18. Is it 3 games? He was close. He was close. He could have been there, but.
And the thing is you can't get the target off the back. It's almost like the referees all have like this secret chat going on about Luis Felipe. Ray Bear, what do you think about that?
Well, what's crazy, he's not getting red cards. You know, he's getting all these yellows, but he's like toning it back. That's how you should play as a midfielder. It's not like he's getting the reds every other game. Look,
No.
this isn't. This is a physical sport. You know, you have to be around there and be a presence. And he has the most MLS experience out of this entire roster. He actually had a solid career in San Jose before this. Honestly, I'm just happy he's on our team.
Oh,
and you need that authority.
Yeah, you need somebody, and he knows, he's so funny, that sees the game faster than anybody else. He sees it faster. He's at that level. He sees the game fast.
Also, now that you got Wikipedia open, he does not feel like 6 feet 1 inches. I always thought he was much taller than that.
Me too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but apparently, yeah, they say that too. And look, he had a brief stint with Reno as well for 2 years.
We're not going to hold that against him, though.
Interesting. I don't remember seeing him there,
when
but
he
I guess
was on
he was
loan,
there.
it's not his fault.
Yeah. And then San Jose was like, the team that weren't they like basically owners of Reno, or like Reno's their farm team? So
We were affiliated with them, after us.
Yeah.
So he was kind of forced, right? Unfortunately, right? It was like a punishment, right? They're like, here you go,
Oh my God. Speaking of punishments, I ran into Matt LaGrosse's parents yesterday at our food truck event. Matt LaGrosse plays for Nashville, and he did a stint with us, and they didn't keep him, and it was silly because now he's tearing it up in the MLS. And anyhow, love Matt LaGrosse, but his parents are nutty. Oh my goodness, they're great. He's doing good. He doesn't always start.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's from Elk Grove too. Huh.
Yeah, he's my neighbor. He lives right around the corner. His brother was coached by my ex-husband. Yeah, soccer's such a small world, I'll tell you. And Kiffy's going to be up in our area. James Kiffy. We all love James Kiffy. Everybody loves talking about James Kiffy. He's going to be coming to visit for a couple weeks here shortly.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we can get him on the pod. No, we don't want him on the pod because there'll be a lot of bleeping. You'll have to get your whistle and your bleeper out.
It's ready there. So if that happens, then it'll be all ready.
So are you still going to fanboy, Luis, when you see Landon Donovan? I'm sorry, I have to do that. I had to put that on the bottom ticker. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right.
I think I will. I mean, this guy, like I've always said, he's the legendary player. In my opinion, the best all-time American player, no doubt. It's just hard for me to think of any other one that would even be close to him. And it's something great. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to try.
Here's how you're going to do it. When they're coming out for warm-ups, that is when you grab him, because it's much more casual when they're heading out for warm-ups. So you have to be by the, quote, tunnel, which doesn't exist. By that fence, you have to be there at like 6:45 and be watching for him to come out. Or you've got to be standing behind the visitor bench right about that time. So that's going to cut your tailgating a little off a little bit early, but that's the key to, I think it's usually about that time, or you have to wait till the end of the game, because otherwise he's not going to pay any attention to anybody.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
gonna try
you're
to make
go-
it happen before.
and then you're going to be stuck only getting an autograph from Spray Dan,
Oh,
the
yeah,
old
I'm gonna
Wells
try to
Fargo
make.
commercial.
Oh yeah, Don Oban, right? Don
Mhm.
Oban. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it happen before, right? Because if we win, he's not gonna be so happy. So, not a good idea to get after the game.
No.
Or if we lose, right, it's gonna be like, oh, your team won, right? So it's better to keep it before a game starts.
Yeah, if you're looking for an autograph or if you're looking for a selfie with him, it's got to be right by that gate, and you've got to catch him. You've got to be watching for him to come through for warmups. And you literally have to catch him right then and there and stop him and have your pen ready, have everything like ready to go, because he's the when I watched him come out the last time they played us here, he was just like he was all business. You know, there was a couple times where he would just kind of look to the side of somebody, said, "Hey, Landon." I was in the VIP section at that point, so I was standing right on this, that side. So it was a little easier for me, but at the end of the day, you have to be ready to go.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I am very well familiar actually with that section. So yeah, that's definitely the place where I'm gonna go, because I've actually gotten autographs before. Actually, here is actually, and that's actually the same jersey I want to take again too, right? So this was at the friendly we played against the Sounders, like 2-3 years ago, and I was able to get Dempsey and Jordan Morris on there too, right? On this one. So this is the same one I'm gonna take, and wish me luck. Hopefully that happens. And even if the picture doesn't happen, I just want him to sign his jersey, because I kind of want to take this around, right? And any one other player that comes around from that time, I want him to get their signature on this long sleever, because it doesn't fit me anymore. So I just had to use it for something.
There you go.
So cool. Well, yeah, now that we talked about the game, let's go ahead and talk about some more Cameron, right? Because again, we keep saying this is going to be his game, and we're probably not going to remember anything else but his game, which is probably good, I got to say, right? As much as we're really sad, it helps us actually feel better, right? Because otherwise, we'd be thinking, oh, there's no playoffs, there's no this, but at least this adds a different twist to the game, right? And now there's a different feel out there, and I've noticed that more of the seats are actually been sold for this game, which I was a little worried that we wouldn't see that many people. But at least if you head on over to Ticketmaster, it looks like a lot of seats are sold out, especially the seats that are right there, behind the bench, from both teams, actually behind, just in those sections down there. So I think people are, responding to this whole thing, and they want to make sure they're there, right? Because it's no easy. It's not every day that your all-time leading high scorer is going to retire, right? It's the first time that's happening to us.
And they're probably also giving away a lot of tickets this match. Not giving away, but there's going to be a lot of incentives to put butts in seats anyhow, being that it is the final match. So they probably did a really good job of kind of giving 10 extra tickets to their corporate sponsors, that kind of stuff. So
yeah, also with it being the fan appreciation too, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's true, huh, Tina? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Cam said Don, or I think Todd mentioned to him. I think he's the one that sort of gave him the idea about announcing his retirement before the end of the season, because then the crowd, the fans, and everybody kind of gets to celebrate it with him, as opposed to if he had announced it after the fact, then the season's done and there's just nothing really anybody gets to do at that point. So I'm glad he decided to do that, to let everybody kind of join in.
Oh, and just with him being and his whole family being so Sacramento, it's so great that he gave everybody the knowledge, like, hey, no playoffs, come here, let's have one last hurrah.
Yep.
Oh, look at him! That's baby Iwasa. Look how young.
He's so cute on these photos.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
realize he didn't
that's
start out
starting.
with 31 either. I saw one of those goals that they posted the other day, and he
Was
had,
it
I think, 14. I think
14.
Yeah.
So let me tell you the story about how 31 came about. You guys want to hear?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was working for the team. This was back when I was, part of working on the equipment. And when he came back to us from Kansas City, yeah, when he came back to us, we were 14 had been taken by Adam John, so we couldn't give him the 14 again. So it was like, well, we've got to throw him into a jersey really fast for, I don't know, it was like a preseason friendly. And the only jersey that fit him, we have 3 numbers back then that we used for our, like subs and for, guys that like we couldn't get the name on it fast enough or whatever. It's kind of weird how things work. And one was 30, one was 31, and the other was 32. 31 was the only size. I think he wears a large on the top, or at the time he wore a large, not a medium or a small. A lot of the guys wear smalls and mediums, but I think the 31 might have been the only large. And so we just stuck him in the 31. There was no name on the back of it yet. It was just, he was in a sub jersey, essentially, is what he was in. And after that, we asked him, we're like, well, okay, well, what number do you really want? Here are the ones to choose from. And he goes, I'll just keep 31. And we're all like going, you can't, in our minds, me and the other guy, we're like, you can't have 31 because you'll ruin the numbering for the subs. Or, when we're bringing guys in for training, the 30, 31, 32, they're all set up for, okay, you can have 31, Cam, fine, no problem. And so then I think we changed the subbing stuff to 32, 33, 34 after that, after Cam kind of broke us.
Oh, okay. So
he broke the equipment room. He broke us.
That's why Rafa gets 34 then, right? Otherwise he would have been 33.
I don't know. I don't think that's happening anymore, but it was like the little unwritten rule for like 3 or 4 years that there were always 3 jerseys right in a row. One was a small kit, one was medium, one was large, and it's just like, Cam, you broke us. You weren't supposed to pick the sub jersey number, or the whatever, the guest player. He didn't care. He kept it. He was so good. So that's how he has 31. That's my story. That's what I know. And I've always wanted to tell that story, and I should probably write it down somewhere for him, but he'll remember that one. Because I think he remembered the looks on our faces when we were like, that's that kit. That's the kit. That's the blood kit. That's if a player gets bloody and we don't have enough. That's the sub. That's the guest. Okay, fine. You can have it. You're Cam Iwasa. You're our local guy. And what's funny is, he didn't always start. Preki didn't always like him. And, it's just, and then he had this great opportunity to go back in the Midwest. And when he came back, it was different. He was different. He was better. He was, what do you want to say? He had matured once he went away and came back. He was a whole different guy, because I totally remember him, when he first started with us, when Preki was here. And then it was different. It was nice to see the change in him. It did him good to go try at the higher level. It was great. Love Cam Iwasa. Any more stories about Cam Iwasa? I've got another one, but I'll wait for everybody else to tell theirs. Rave Bear?
Yeah,
it's a good story.
We did an away trip to Las Vegas. I actually think the first season for Las Vegas Lights. And, I think we won the game and we're cheering on. And then, I get out of character. And, I'm out till 2 a.m. with a bunch of other TVBers because, of course, we're doing that. And, I'm just wearing my jersey, walking back to my hotel room, stumbling by. And I see like a group of like 5 bros all seeing my jersey and just start chanting like Sacramento, woo, woo, woo. And like just going all about like Sacramento, like, what the fuck is this? I thought the game was over. And then Cam's brother comes up to me. He's like, oh, you're a fan. You're at the game. Do you know Cam Iwasa? This is our boy. He's our shit. They're acting like he's the #1 NFL draft pick, the top shit in town. Like, we know him. We're going so big. It's Cam. And they're like, pointing him. And Cam, says like a word to me. It's like, oh, yeah. So you're the guy. He's like, and Cam just turns to me. It's like, you look better with the costume, and walks right off into the middle of the night.
Oh man.
That's the best. That's good. That's good. Cam is so Cam. Cam is just so casual Cam, you know?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. It's like he broke us by picking the 31 because he knew he could screw with us. Excuse me, I didn't use the F word. And then he broke you by saying what he said. I love it a million times. All right,
It's
next.
funny that you mentioned his brother though. I've never had any interaction with him outside of like the games and the meet and greets and stuff. Cam himself, but his brother, I was at a watch party at one of the bars downtown. I don't remember which one it was. And his brother was like in line for the restroom, I think at the same time as me. And I think it's amazing how big of a fan he is of his brother. Like same thing. All he could do was just sit there and go, "Yeah, he's my brother." And like he just like, I mean, you can tell they look so much alike too, but yeah, he just went on and on and on about Cam, and I was like, this is just amazing to see how much he just seriously idolizes his brother and like looks up to him and how proud he is of his brother. So it's just funny you mentioned that just came to mind. I thought that was a really cool relationship that they must have.
Oh wow, that's nice. It's really cool when you get siblings like that and so supportive. I mean, he's out at games a lot, right? I've seen pictures where I think he probably doesn't really miss a game as much. And yeah, I mean, so great, and I'm sure it's a motivation for him to know that his brother's out there supporting him and shouting at everyone else. Oh, that's really cool. How about you, Jared? Before I go, I'll let you. Do you have any?
I mean, I know there was the whole goat salsa, but really, any time I try to get to a match, whether on the road or anything like that, I do remember this past Labor Day for the match in Vegas. There, I was able to get his parents a podcast sticker as well. I mean, they were just out in the seats, kind of chatting for a little bit, and I kind of stood respectfully a little bit wise, just looking to try to find a spot to swoop in. It's like, oh hey, by the way, here's some stickers. Here's some podcast stickers. So I was able to go there, but it was just awesome to see that they made the trip out to Vegas as well to see Cam play, and especially as great a game as that was this past September. So I mean, it's always awesome to meet up with them even after the match. I mean, he's just happy to played and see support and everything like that. So he's definitely a favorite of mine.
That's awesome. For me, it's also the same comment that Tina mentioned, right? I mean, he's a really nice guy during the meet the team events. Like he's always more than like open to like taking a picture, sign something for you and have a little quick talk. And even this last meet the team, we had a little quick chat there with him. And you always appreciate those players, right? That you could tell he plays for the club. And when we were having those city hall meetings, right, to get the approval for all that. I mean, he still went up there. He talked. He didn't have to do that, and yet, he knew that it was his hometown team, and he was going to do that. And we as fans always appreciate when players do those kinds of things. But I gotta say that two of my favorite moments, and it was just the irony of it all, right? That I happened to say the right thing at the right time, but. I'm never going to forget the game in Orange County, right? My first time visiting Championship Stadium. And, we win 1-0 because of a Cameron goal. But literally, like, I would say like 10 seconds before Cameron gets that goal, I literally like shout like, hey, shoot, Cameron. And he may have heard me, maybe not, but it's a small stadium. There's not that many people. And he literally takes the shot like 5 seconds after that, scores a really nice goal, and we get the win right in Orange County, and it was just really awesome. And then the second time, same situation happened where I literally said like shoot, but I was of course sitting with TBB, so of course there's no way he would have heard me, but I literally shouted like shoot, Cameron. He shoots 5 seconds later, he scores. In that famous game where he scored a hat trick against OKC, right? None of us probably forget that game, right? The 4-1 win where we just kept seeing goals come through. I think it was like in the first, I think like 25 minutes that he got his hat trick, and we were like, oh, how much more is he gonna get? Is he gonna get like a double hat trick or what? Like, give this guy the ball already. Like, don't let him wait until the game ends, right? And so, those moments were just really great, and just really goes to show that he's not our all-time leading goal scorer for nothing, right? Because he's been out there, right? He's been hungry for goals. He's gone through periods where he hasn't been able to score much, right? Through like really dry spells, if we remember, to last season, up until he got his 50th and then he got his 51st and so on. But the guy's overcome those things. He's gone through different situations, and it's awesome. He gets to retire being our all-time leading high goal scorer, and sets the bar up, right, for any like guys that want to come through and top it, right? But I think it's always amazing when you can say that, and you can say that you did it with your hometown club, and he gets to retire with the team that he loves, right? So I think that it works out great for him, and yeah, I mean, we're never gonna forget those memories. So we thank him very much for all the joy that he brought to us, and all the years that he's been with us.
And I think he's staying in town, and so because he mentioned I think I mentioned to you, Luis, this morning when you happened to text me right after he was also doing an interview on Good Day Sacramento this morning, and that's what he was telling them is he's still going to be around. He plans on coming to the games, trying to continue to try to be affiliated with them somehow, and still, because he's still friends with a lot of the guys on the team, and so I don't think that's the last we're going to see of him by any stretch.
Oh,
just
that's
going to be in a
great.
different area.
That's good. It's good that he'll do that, and I hope that someday he is given the opportunity to be in the coaching staff, right? Just give him some sort of like position on the
I
team,
don't think
right?
he
I don't know
wants to
what.
coach, actually.
Oh, he
I
does.
can see
Oh,
him. No. I can see him being like big time in the corporate sponsorship arena or in the community area, because he's so big in the community stuff, doing a lot of the fundraising. I see Cam doing something entirely different if he's going to be helping out Sac Republic. There's some connections that he has that are super valuable and that only players get to have, because everybody loves a player. It doesn't matter where you go. Everybody loves the players, and they'll do whatever for the players, and Cam is that guy. People will do a lot for Cam, and he's already built all those relationships. Yep.
yeah. I just hope that they give him that position, because he could really be great in whatever he does, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it, Chris Wondolowski, what's his next step? I don't know if he wants to go coach, but he's a franchise player. He's Mr. San Jose Earthquake. So if you think about, they're very similar in how much everybody loves them and what they deliver for the team. They don't have the similar playing styles, but Cam's a Panther, whereas Chris Wondolowski's a unexpected drifter. You just never expect him where he is, and he scores. And Cam, you don't expect him to pounce on stuff, and he does, and he scores. So they just have this thing up top that they're remarkable in the role that they've each played. And so I kind of always liken them to each other because of the franchise component, the franchise player component. So it's like, what will they do with Chris Wondolowski? He's got this big brand, and same with Cam. He's got a big brand, if you think about it. So, yeah. So one last, I don't even know that my story needs to be told. I think I've already told it about my sister and Cam Iwasa. I've worked with Cam. I worked with him for 4 years. Well, not quite sequentially. And, but he likes my sister better than me. And she's like 6 years older and didn't work with him. And it's only because his uncle Billy coached my sister's kids in volleyball. And so he gravitates right over to my sister, and they start talking family stuff. And it's like, hey, Cam, you and me. Nope. Cam and my sis have a rapport that goes way back. Look at this. Look what you've just pulled up. Oh, look at the fan experience. I think I saw William Lamb walk by. Yeah, there he is.
Well, where's Ray Bear? Ray Bear, you see yourself somewhere?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Well, we see a bear mascot back there, which, by the way, I gotta say, why I'm not sure who that is, right? But why is it that they don't bring their face, their like bear outfit anymore? Is that you and them used to complement each other?
Gotta stay a mystery. Gotta stay a mystery. That's the best way to do it.
Huh.
Oh, okay. Well,
Another
whoever it is,
unsolved mystery.
yeah. Who's the person in the? I mean, it's been a while, right? I mean, this was like 2 years ago, but I haven't seen them at least around. So whoever that person was, please bring back that like bear outfit, with the bear just
I like
helmet
Rave
thing.
Bear though. I like Rave Bear. Rave Bear doesn't get stupid when he gets drunk. I think the other bear did.
Oh, okay.
And is there a
Well, I
story
actually don't drink during the
behind
games. I
Rave
just
Bear?
drink in the tailgate.
What'd you say, Tina?
And is there a story behind how Rave Bear kind of came to be? Have we told this
Ooh.
story? Because I don't know it.
I think I've told this on probably a podcast maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So it starts like a good Disney movie with a dead lion in Africa.
Oh no.
Oh,
So if you remember, there was a viral story like about 5-6 years ago about a dentist who ended up shooting a lion in Africa.
Right.
And it was like this beautiful one named Cecil that was like all over the National Geographic photos. And so being the weird person myself, I'm like, I saw this costume at a Halloween store. I'm like, oh, that's kind of like the dead lion. I'll just go as the dead lion for Halloween. And so I got like blood on the vest and everywhere. And I'm like, all right, it's kind of like a little high end for like a Halloween costume. So I'm like, all right, well, I could take this to go to rave. So I like sew some lights into it. And then after going to a game in Seattle for the season opener, I just brought the hoodie on this and like, oh, hey, this is kind of fun. And then slowly added the other pieces and then ended up like making the whole character and thing out of it. And now 5 years later, they make GIFs out of me for games. So, hey.
yeah.
Very cool.
And he
Oh,
has
yeah.
the best Jello shots.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of GIFs out there too, and really great. And the team still use them, right? Which is really awesome to see them still using that. So the game we were actually looking at was just looking at the TVB there too, but it was actually the Sac Republic or OKC game, right? Just to go back in time to 2 years ago. Well, I know we don't want to see him there, but go back in time and just look at those 3 goals that he scored, right? I mean, we got to look at those. There were some really good ones, and yeah, it was something else. So starting with this one, right? I mean, look at that. Like,
But that was when OKC sucked.
oh yeah, well they didn't qualify this year to playoffs too. So,
So they
Yeah,
still suck.
They still did better this year since they had Bijev.
that's true. Yeah, he really helped them out a lot. Look at that. That was nicely kicked right there. Oh, and Sam Werner, right? Man, talk about another player we
Oh.
miss.
Elliot Horde. Memories.
Look at
Make
that.
it
Well, that
beautiful.
one didn't even let the ball go through, right? There you go.
Ah, yes,
That's
the
the
cam
best.
flip.
Yeah, the flip, right? Oh, I don't know if he's willing to do it tomorrow if he scores again, but I'm just saying. I mean, he should probably try it.
I would always tell my players, don't do that shit because you could injure yourself. I mean, there was somebody who didn't finish their flip, and there was another time when I think Tucker Bone did a flip and he almost kicked Mitch Tainer in the head. So it's kind of like, yeah, don't do those. I would just tell my, if I had players, it's like, save it for, I don't know when. I know it's dramatic and it's fun to do those things, but still.
Look at this last goal, right? I mean, let's see the flip there again.
I
One
can see
time.
that flip all day. I just want to see the flip more than the goal, to be honest.
I
Yeah,
know the flip.
yeah.
I mean, he does a round off and then a flip.
They did a GIF out of that flip too, right? I think there's a
Yep,
GIF
it
out
gets
there.
it gets used constantly from what I've seen. Yep.
Yeah. Here, we
Let's
could
see.
see it in.
A round off.
Round out. Perfect. Yeah, it was well done, right? Yeah, I know what you mean, Sharon, too. Like I've seen some that are like near, like right. It's like, whoa, you were so close to like hurting yourself.
Who was it that
Someone do
almost
one this year and barely make it? Like
landed on his
or
knees?
something?
Yeah, he landed on his knees, and it was like, oh my God, you're gonna hurt yourself. Who was that?
It was Tucker, right? I think it was
Yeah,
Tucker. Ball.
I think it was Tucker.
It was Tucker. I think he
Oh
slipped
no, I
or
hope that's why
something.
he didn't get injured.
No, I don't think so.
What I was gonna point out is this goal, right? I mean, look at this. Is exactly what I was talking about after the Phoenix game, right? Like Sam Werner took the shot there. It deflects off the OKC player, just as we saw with against Phoenix, right? How it deflected on the Phoenix player. We need to see more of that, right? Look at that. Like he got such a good goal because of that deflection. So, and we had 40% possession.
I was about to say we only had the possession 40%.
And we had 3 yellows.
Yeah. And it wasn't Luis Felipe getting one of those yellows. but if he was there, he would have gotten it.
I'm gonna be signing off. I've got 3 big events tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later. Jared, text me your cell phone number at some point in time so that we can stay in touch. It was a delight to be with everybody. Rave Bear, see you tomorrow. Is it going to be orange or is it going to be red for the non-tequila / vodka positive Jello shots?
So I always do blue, alcohol free for the kids.
Right.
Orange for vodka and green for tequila.
Okay.
Depending on how ambitious I want to be, I can do red for rum too.
Oh, okay. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you later.
Well, actually,
see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Mother
actually,
Trucker's out.
Oh, hey,
well, just I
Wait,
thought
what?
Karen was leaving.
well, I think he was only supposed to be until 9. I think so. It's already 9:41.
That's true. We had him contracted to that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Contractual obligations, as they say on Booty Mashup.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say. Oh no, yeah, she did too. I was gonna say we gotta give our predictions for tomorrow, but I guess we could give our predictions here. So we'll start with you, Tina.
Actually, why don't you go first, Jared? I need to think about that.
Well, as much as I would love to see Cam score a hat trick, I think we edge it out 2-1.
Yeah, I'd like that too, actually. I'm scared we're not going to win, but I'm thinking positive, and if we do, I don't think it's going to be by much. So yeah, I think a 2-1 is a good thought there.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm wrong with my prediction. I really hope so. Please prove me wrong. But I think we're gonna see another tie added onto the collection of ties, and we're gonna be the team with the most ties in the league if we get that tie.
Honestly, I'm with you at this point.
It's
Like, I don't even really care. I would just really love to see Cam score. Even if we lost, I'd love to see him score. Like that. I'm with Luis on that one. That would make me feel good for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree. Regardless what the result is, right? It could be a 3-1, a 4-1. At least give the guy a goal. I keep saying it. I just give him a goal, and I don't care how the goal is. It could be that there was a shot going towards goal. The ball would have been in, but he just kind of went in and just like kicked it in, tapped it in right there next to the line, and it was already going to be someone else's goal. But they're like, take it. But I really hope the team plays for him, right? Because I mean, oh look, Sharon's still on 2-2, says Mother Trucker. Oh, so she's with me also with a 2-2 draw.
That would be actually kind of a fun score.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like we're losing 2-1, and Cameron gives us that tying, right? He's like, hey, hold on, everyone. We love to tie. We're gonna give you guys a point. So let me give you guys that point.
Yeah. And also, I do want to throw in. I know I probably didn't mention it earlier, but I figured since this was the last game the Cam's playing in, I had to put in a last minute order for that Cameron Iwasa shirt, and thankfully they have it in 3X. They got something for us fat boys.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm glad they still had it, right? And they do have that, by the way. Yeah, the Cameron shirt is still in stock. So, but you probably got to get it soon because it's probably gonna get sold out if you wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is a great time to take advantage of that fan appreciation sale with the promo code. Yeah, fan app 30. Yeah, I took advantage of that.
Oh yeah,
that's
true. That's true. Thank you for mentioning that, because actually it's only good till 11:59 p.m. I think right? I mean, it ends today, so I'm assuming
That's
11
tonight,
p.m.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I should probably go look at their stuff and see if there's anything I want.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
and
only
don't
till tonight. So
and then don't forget you can have your order set to pick up at the stadium.
oh yeah,
Ooh, that's even better.
it's
Yeah.
so
Aw,
convenient.
all right, I'll go with what Sharon says. She says fluffy, not fat.
Oh yeah, it's fluffy. But yeah. I mean, shout out to the team, by the way, for doing this 30% off. So early on in the season. So usually we have to wait till like Black Friday to get like
And
really
even then,
like
I think it's
big
only like
discounts.
25%. They don't
Mm-hmm.
they very
Mm.
rarely go above 25%. So this is probably one of the better deals.
And
And they
believe
also
me,
got us, yeah.
I was looking for other stuff too. I mean, I had seen some of the scarves that sold out. So
Mm.
they had like quite a few $6 and $10 shirts that had already sold out. So there's definitely a good sale going on.
Oh yeah, a lot of things sold out, and let me say shout out to all the fans because people sold out the home and the away jersey and men's sizes, sold out. Right? I mean, only the Quell jerseys out, but we know the Quell jersey, and I'm still on the fence if I'll get one or not. But yeah, home jersey sold out, away jersey sold out too. I don't know. It's still actually wait, no, I'm wrong. Away jersey, it's still available, but in double X. That's the only size available. But home jersey sold out really early on in the season. Actually sold out. So that was that, and yeah. So people did it, and we haven't seen that happen in other seasons, right? Because usually, you get to the Black Friday sales, and there's still some jerseys there. You could still get one if you order it pretty early. But this season, they were sold out, and you're right, Jared. Also, I was actually really shocked at the last game I went to. Right, like the last game we played against Los Dos, they had no red scarves. All they had was the Quail scarf and
Yeah.
and the refugee scarf. Those are the
The
only two
Bears
they had.
the Bear scarf doesn't look too bad. I'm still a little pissed that I missed out on getting the Latino heritage scarf. The Fiesta del Gol. I really wanted to get that one, and also the Loteria shirt as well, but I missed out on those.
And I was gonna get the Fiesta de Gold scarf. I just felt like, oh, it might still be there for the end of the season, right? Like,
Nope.
people aren't good. No, people went through and bought it. It's like, I guess you do have to buy it early on because
Mm-hmm.
this didn't happen in the past though, which it's a good sign, right? I mean, it just means more
Yeah.
people are spending, and yeah, but I'm with you. Yeah, I was really sad I couldn't get it. I really wanted to get it, but I was like, oh, I'll get it at the end of the season. It's fine. But no, evidently not. But the Quell scarf is still there, right? And they also have a Quell scarf and face mask combo, which I gotta say, if any of you don't have that Quell face mask, let me tell you, it's probably one of the best masks I've ever gotten. And it feels really good. It's like super soft. It's actually pretty big as well. And so if you want to get a mask, get that one. It looks really cool, and it looks really nice too, right? You're going around with the white mask, and looks pretty fancy as
Yeah.
well too. And so,
Speaking of the mask, they do have the 3-pack for $10. That's the other thing I ordered because I had mine, but now I only have one. I'm not sure where the other two went, so I figured, oh hell, I might as well just buy another 3-pack there.
oh, nice. And so, yeah, so I'm looking here at the sale, which, by the way, if you use the coupon code, it's not good for anything that's on the sale page, unfortunately. But I mean, we're already getting pretty good discounts that I'm not surprised we can't use 30% off. Because otherwise, yeah, I mean, it would be pretty low. But a lot of the Quell collection is on the clearance, which I'm
Gosh,
assuming it just didn't sell well.
I didn't realize they had that much. I mean, like I knew they had like jerseys and other thing and a scarf and stuff, but I didn't realize they had that many Quail pieces.
Yeah, and I will say these Quail swim shorts has confirmed my affinity for the longboard shorts because with my thighs, these Quail shorts are not a good mix. They need to make longboard shorts next time.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
always
I
err
know.
on the side of caution when it comes to getting shorts from things like sports teams and stuff like that. They always run really small.
Yeah, that's usually how that works out. They still have other jerseys, by the way, from previous years. They just don't have them in men's sizes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
um, but there's a couple in women and in kid sizes. So if anyone wants to buy some, I mean, I'd say order it because they don't usually have them in the team store at the stadium. So if you want to buy one, it's probably best to just get it now and have it picked up at the game as well. So yeah, so there's that. They have a couple of training ones as well. But again, you can't use your coupon on all these here, and I think all these are sold out. I don't know why they still keep the sold out items. I think, if I could tell anyone on the team, it's like probably take down the sold out items because then we feel kind of sad we missed
We
out
couldn't
on
get
them.
it. Yeah.
So there's that, but there are plenty of things that are just regular price that you could use your 30% off in
I should
as
get
well.
a hat. I need to get a hat. I don't have. That's one thing. I have sweatshirts. I have shirts. I have scarves. I don't have any. I have a beanie, but I don't have a regular like baseball hat. Maybe that's
Oh
what I'll
yeah,
use it on.
and yeah, they have plenty of options too. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones that they have there, and oh look, they have a trucker hat too, right? Just like
Yeah.
ours as well. And they've gotten it from the same supplier actually too. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I think it's from the same supplier. Yeah, this literally is like ours. It's the same. It's the same supplier, or at least wherever they
The
get them
same
from. The
style.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's the same. Wow. Okay, great. And I know how much we got it for and how much we're selling it for. All right. They're making a pretty good profit on that. But yeah, so they have some outerwear as well, right? Some like sweaters. There's some more quill stuff there. And
Yeah,
what
probably
else?
got two of these. I got the Pixel one right there. And then I also got that zip hoodie. In fact, I've been wearing that zip hoodie a lot lately for the cold bus trips to work.
I have the quarter zip sack hoodie. I'm glad I got it when I did because that's sold out too. The one that
Oh
says sack
yeah.
on the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
that's a
like it.
nice one
I wore
with
that to
that.
Oakland. It was great.
Well, they had my zip hoodie marked down to $40, and now it's sold out.
Yeah, a lot of them are sold out. Actually, a lot of people buy the jackets, right? I mean, it's pretty popular too. The Nike ones are looking great too. This is one that you probably see people around the stadium actually have one, except they just have it in small, right? So if anyone uses small, by the way, there's tons of things that are like on sale that are small. So if you use small, you're pretty lucky. You're gonna get a lot of good deal.
Oh
Because
yeah, yeah,
there's a lot of on there too. Let's see. Sharon says either people are spending or they taper their orders, smaller orders. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. They maybe didn't buy as much, right? Their inventory is a bit smaller. So yeah. Well, now we know. Buy your stuff. Unfortunately, we don't know this information, but
I wouldn't
maybe
be
that's their
surprised
way.
if now that it's cooler too, especially with like the sweatshirts and stuff that people if you're
oh
gonna use
yeah.
30%, and if you're gonna use 30%, use it on one of these bigger ticket items that cost more. So
At least that's some form of Christmas shopping taken care of.
yep.
Oh yeah. So
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a nice jacket too.
Oh, yeah, the Nike one.
No, the
Oh yeah.
women's one. Well, I guess they're both Nike. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
this
that
one's
one.
really nice. And I
Oh
mean, they used
yeah.
to cost 98. So this is, let's see what size do they have it in? Large, extra large, is it double? Oh, I guess it's
They
just all
don't.
sold out, even though. So I ran into. Oh, actually,
Oh
no, this
yeah,
one
that
actually
is
does
sold
say
out.
sold out.
Oh.
There's other items on there that don't actually have the sold out, but once you click on them, they're all sold out. Which I mean might be a glitch. I don't know why, but
Well, it's
they're
also they may also only have it available in select sizes still, because like for example, some of the shirts that I looked at, I once I put in 3X, sold out.
Oh yeah, like there's the Loteria T.
Yeah,
Which
I wanted
yeah,
that one.
because it's only it's in double X, extra large,
I mean,
small.
I
Oh,
could
amazing.
get by in a 2X, but 3X is going to be a lot more comfy.
Yeah. Oh,
You
this was
don't,
a
yeah,
nice
you don't,
one.
and you don't want to get anything too small with these because some of them shrink a little bit too. So
Mm-hmm.
the very first shirt I ever bought for Republic, I can squeeze into it at this point, but it shrank when I got it, and I think their stuff ran really small in the beginning too, and so
Yeah.
I ended up having to upsize myself when I started getting future shirts from them.
Oh yeah, I actually have experienced the same thing too. So usually when you buy shirts, it's like you have to buy a bigger size, right? Because
Yeah.
they're usually 100% cotton, and
Yep.
it's sad when they shrink. You're like, there's no way I'm ever gonna use that again.
Yeah, the first one I have, I kept it and I still wear it around like my house, but I would never go outside in it. It's just too tight.
Although I gotta say, the first jerseys we had, Nike for some odd reason they actually made them actually run bigger, right, than the actual size they were. Whereas now I have the home jersey, but it shrunk, and I can't really
Mm.
wear it as well as the older one. So I don't know
Yeah.
why they changed that, but the very first Nikes we got, they were really good on the size, right? You could wash them and they wouldn't shrink. But these newer ones, you got to order almost like a size up if you want it to be good. So I don't
Yeah,
know if you guys experienced that, but yeah.
but even then, the biggest they do is 2X, I think. Yeah, for the
Yeah,
jerseys.
I think yeah, it's 2x though. Yeah, so yeah, more the reason why they need to some for some reason just go back to I don't know what it was. I think it's probably just the material that was different, right? Those older ones were like had a better like lighter fabric that was more stretchy and
Well,
yeah.
also Nike wasn't our first kit sponsor or manufacturer. I mean, the first one was Lotto.
Oh yeah, the lotto. The I like to call them the lotto jerseys that look like they came from the flea market because they had everything screen printed, right? So I remember when I first bought it, I was like, why is everything screen printed? Like, I'm expecting, some like sticker or something, the logo to be like popping out of the shirt, but everything was all just screen printed and
Well,
yeah.
it was the first year. I mean, they were just getting started, so let's give them some slack.
Yeah. And I mean that's been our more successful jersey too, right? So it's like
Hmm.
we need to go back to Lotto, I think, to do to get back to a point. If that is, then I'll go back to Lotto, right? Heck, I'll go back to any other brand that you want.
Yeah,
So
we just have at least 3 jerseys we need to avoid in the future: the city, the anniversary, and the quail. No more of those.
oh yeah, it's such a shame because I really like the city one. I like the anniversary one as well. The Quell one, I don't know about you guys, but see, there's a reason why I'm on the fence about actually getting the Quell one. I just feel like it's way too simple, right? Like I don't think we've ever gotten a third kit that is just that simple, right? Like I mean, it's mostly white. Yeah, it's got some of the Quell patterns there, but for the most part, if you look at it from afar, it looks more like it's just a plain white jersey, right? And so
Hmm.
that's why I'm like, we should have done something, just something that pops out more, right? Or do a different color since our away one was already white. Um, I think they could have done something. Maybe do one with the sash and have the quails on the sash, but yeah, that's why and I'm sure that's why they still have a lot of them, right? Other than the fact that we haven't done as great when they wear it, I think it's more so because it just looks too simple, right? And I've even talked to people and I've heard similar things, right? Where it's like, well, it's just white, right? Like there's no design to
Yeah,
it,
well, you
like
can't, like you said, unless you look really close, you don't even know what those are really at the bottom.
Yeah,
And not
exactly.
everyone understands or even knows what the quail like symbolism even is. I've still run into even actual fans who are like, if they missed out on like the social media thing that happened with all the quail like jokes, then they don't even understand why there's a quail on the jersey. Like, so I just don't think it hits home with as many people.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's a shame, right? But I think they could have done different with this one. Hopefully next year we see something different, and hopefully it is better, Jared. So, so we don't have to have the curse of the third kit because it's so sad that we even have to say that.
Yeah, I mean, or at least have a vote on it. Like put it like preliminary designs or something like that, and let the fans vote on it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, or even a step beyond that too, right? Let the fans submit designs, and then we vote on fan-made designs, right?
That's a cool idea. I like that.
Like, I'm just saying, ideas for a republic. You do that, and make it a competition, right? The fan wins their jersey. They win not just maybe their jersey, but the jersey signed by the whole team. They get VIP tickets for the next game, and do make it a little competition, right? Just as we've done the murals before around the stadium, but have it be where like, hey, you design our next jersey.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's an idea. And it'd be interesting to see what the fans come up with. And I've seen some amazing fan jersey designs, right, for just teams internationally, that I have no doubt that we've got plenty of fans out there who would be like, oh, I got this. I know what we can actually do with that. Let's see, what does Sharon say? Although I'm not so sure that one scarf that we all voted on turned out as well as we thought it would. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, I mean, it's a hit or miss, but I think it would be better than this one, right? Any design, at least it's going to be a design of sorts. Um, could be better than just something that you can't really tell what it is. And there's plenty of ideas out there, right? Heck, you could throw in Tower Bridge somewhere on the jersey, right?
Well,
So, yeah.
Well, when it comes to fan voted designs, for every forward medicine, there's always a Las Vegas Lights FC.
Oh, yeah, with the happy
that's
face
fair.
under the shirt.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't know who thought about that. Well, I guess the whole idea behind that was that they would score a goal, right? Lift their shirt up and actually have a happy face and celebrate with the with the happy face.
But then again, when your club is sponsored by a dispensary, expected dispensary level thoughts. I'll put it that way.
Mm. Yeah, that's true, right? We've seen it with the promotions and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what that goes on. But yeah, so that's what it is. And again, if anyone wants to buy anything, just go run, do that order soon, because you only have like less than 2 hours now to put your order in, and make sure that you select the option to pick up at the stadium, and then it's really easy. You just pick it up there at Team Store. They have like a different section there, and you don't have to wait too long or to decide what you want, right? So
Yeah, and they'll even text you the instructions and when it's ready.
That's
no,
cool.
nice. Oh, that's true. You actually done it before, right? Because I haven't.
Yeah,
done it yet.
because that's how I got my quail kit stuff back in May.
Nice. Yeah, that's and I think you still have to wait in line, right? Or is there a separate line? I'm trying to remember if.
No, they have a separate line, where you can pick up orders.
Oh, but there you go, people. So more benefits. You don't have to wait in line. You just order. You just go there, get your stuff, and don't have to wait too long, because those lines can get long sometimes, especially being the last home game or the last game
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, when you make the order for pickup, they'll usually say it'll be available sometime after 6:30 or so. So you'll still have time to get in, get your food and drink, get ready for the game, and everything like that.
Wow, cool. And especially if you're trying to get your food, right? Because we know how those lines are and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So get your food early, people, because you don't want to miss anything of the game, especially in the second half, because it's going to be pretty emotional, especially when they sub come out too. So
Yeah, take advantage of the mobile ordering.
yeah, which is great. I'm really glad the team did that, and that they also did mobile ordering for team products. I think it's a really good idea, and it really does help speed things up and not have to have. I mean, they still have lines, right? But make it convenient for some people. So
The only thing I wish they would do is allow a little bit more customization in the mobile ordering, because they don't give
Yeah.
a lot of availability to like take things off of things and customize the food. You kind of just have to order it as is for the most part, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's still better than it was, but it would be nice if they gave you a little bit more options. But it's their first year doing it. I'm sure they'll get feedback and hopefully revamp things as they go.
Mm-hmm.
interesting. That gives me an idea. I think on the off season we're gonna do a podcast where we just dedicate the whole episode, just give suggestions to the team, and they listen. Great. It's like, here, we're feeding you information. There you go. You're
Luis
welcome.
records it and sends it to the team. Here you go.
Here you go. Please do at least some of these, and
Here's
that'll
our
be great. Oh yeah. Oh, they'll appreciate that. It's like free surveys. They don't have to work to get them, or actually incentivize people to get the surveys. So it works out perfectly. Great.
But then
Well,
again, But then again, we've been doing that all this year. I mean, especially with the transit planning and everything like that. So it would just be another chapter of it.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah, we've given a lot of suggestions throughout this season too. One last thing I want to remind everyone too: if you haven't gotten your podcast sticker, we're trying to, like I've said it before, we're trying to get rid of our inventory too. So uh, see us at the stadium too. Jared's gonna have a good amount of them as well. Now I'm gonna restock him there.
Yep.
So he'll have them. He's gonna be in TBB. You got Sharon, who's gonna be in her section. I think she said 106. We're one of those right there too. I'll be at 105. So you'll get stickers one way or another too. And again, we want to get rid of most of our stickers too because we want to just replenish them later on. So find us, let us know. We'll give you a sticker too. And if anyone gets one, thank you for taking it and thank you for listening to the show as well. So yeah, look out for us. We might have these things on. We might not have our trucker hat. I think Sharon might be wearing hers. Jared's gonna have his at least with him.
Well, we'll see. It depends on how good the haircut is. but I'll probably still wear it. I mean, brand new last game. I'll probably wear it during then.
Yeah, and or unless you might be wearing your construction helmet, right? If you got that fixed.
I think this. I'm just gonna have to do a new hat, so I'll probably have to get some more stickers. Do them strategically. Maybe come up with the Indomitable as hell actual sticker instead of just paper with tape over it. Make a real sticker out of them.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. So, be on the lookout for that. Send us a message if you can't find us, and we'll let you know where we're at. Oh, by the way, Sharon's going to be wearing her T-shirt too. So she's got the first ever State of the Republic T-shirt. There's only one so far because there was a promotional thing going on. So it was only one per person. So she's going to have that. If you guys really like that, we actually could make a bigger order of that. So just let us know if you think it's really cool. But I think it turned out great. And yeah, so and Sharon, are you going to be wearing your trucker hat? Let us know if you are too, so can be on the lookout for that. But it's great you'll be wearing your T-shirt. So it's a black shirt with the State of the Republic logo. So that is great. Let's see. There's a little delay too, so that's why she's barely just hearing what I just said about a minute ago. But I'm assuming she probably will be, and I wonder if she's also going to be wearing the safety vest as well. She might need that construction hat, Jared, by the way, if she is. Oh yeah, she's
not sure about the hat. There's hair.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's how I feel a little bit too. But actually, do bring it, Sharon. We might take a picture and post game, and us three actually have the hat on. Actually, Crash I think is probably also going to the game, so it might be 4 of us wearing the hat. So yeah, you can bring it with you.
Now, I'm not sure if Crash is going to be in town or not, because I think earlier in our group chat he mentioned I wasn't going to be in town. Otherwise, he would have picked me up or something like that, I think. But if he is, if he isn't, we'll see.
Okay, yeah. If not, it'll be us 3 taking. But yeah, Sharon, if you could still bring your hat with you. I'll still have it with me, and then post game, when we don't really care about our hair anymore, we could just put it on for a quick picture there too. So yeah, well, with that being said, thank you so much everyone for tuning in to us here tonight, for putting up with a little later start time. We really appreciate that, and also for listening to the podcast. We really like that. And I have to say, we haven't said it on the podcast yet because I just found out about it, but on Facebook, you can actually hear the podcast now. They now put a feature where you can actually listen to podcast episodes. So anytime we upload a new episode, they'll actually auto-generate a post on Facebook. So you'll be able to listen to it on there. So just another option for you to hear us. If you don't want to download any other app and you're on Facebook, then you got that. And hopefully they start doing it on Instagram and Twitter as well for all you who are more on there. So hoping that they start doing that. But yeah, be on the lookout for the episodes on there. And yeah, that being said, thank you so much. Thank you, Tina, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks, Jared, for sticking around as well. Safe flight tomorrow. Let us know when you get there. And yeah.
It's already going to be a good flight, I can tell you right now, because it's going to be first class both ways. The first class upgrade actually costs more than the flight on American, so it's going to be a good time landing in and taking the airport bus in. So I can't wait. But eventually, I do need to get sleep here. So
oh yeah, yeah. That's gonna be awesome. First class. I mean, yeah. Hey, very few people can say they travel first class because it's not it's not the cheapest of places, right? So enjoy that. Really awesome. I'm glad you're traveling in style, right? Because it's the last game and it's gonna be a special one. So it's worth first class.
Yep. We'll
Great.
see everybody tomorrow.
Awesome. See everyone
Okay.
tomorrow at the game. Have a good one. Also, thank you to Sharon and to Rayber for also being on earlier. So we appreciate it. So everyone take care. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.